I'm Steve Greene, you're watching Tough Talk. Today we're talking about atheism and why it sucks.
Ah, awesome. I love talking about atheism and why it am the big stupid. I have a few reasons myself. Number one, I was promised cookies. I had to go and buy them myself. Number two, I can't use it to justify my shitty opinions. I just have to have them all the time regardless. Number three, no atheist megachurches. Look, I know that we're supposed to say that they're bad, but come on, imagine this video, but live and in a stadium. That would be sick. And I mean, so sick.
Okay, everybody, stay tuned.
Well, this editing is something. What if you don't believe in atheism? Who is that supposed to be? You? An audience member? Fucking God? Seriously, if anyone does or don't believe, which is a really stupid way to say that, in atheism, that's not going to stop them watching the video. It's just weird.
Now look, I don't actually think atheism sucks.
No, you just made a video with that title and you're going to ignorantly talk shit about atheists and your thumbnail says this and then, wait, what the f*** was that thumbnail? What? Why? The shit has that got to do with... Oh, I guess she is supposed to be a nun. Although, on the sexy nun trope, you know what real nuns are? Just about the least sexy people on earth. Seriously, how they came to be any kind of fantasy for anyone but the most repressed motherfuckers on earth. And oh, I get it now.
I'm not particularly religious myself. But do you really fucking know 100% that there is no God and there is no fucking anything?
So, two things there. One, not being particularly religious and not being religious at all are not the same thing. If you're trying to say that you're basically an atheist too, well, you failed it. And if you're trying to sound like that's what you're saying when you're not really, then you're just a fucking liar. Neither is particularly good for your arguments going forward, especially when it's followed with, do you know for 100% sure? No. What the fuck are you talking about? No one does. But that doesn't change the fact that I do not believe, therefore I'm an atheist, you fucking clot. You don't need to be 100% sure that unicorns don't exist to think that the person trying to sell you one on Craigslist is probably full of shit.
Do you really know that? You don't. Neither do I. Just like the people who are fucking crazy Christians are equally stupid for being like, if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, then you will burn in the ever-flaming fires of hell. And that's a fact.
So me, having seen no evidence for God and thus not believing in him, because I don't know that for 100% fact, I'm as much of a moron as a person who threatens people with hellfire while believing in God, without a shred of evidence again. But they do believe that they know for 100% sure, even though they don't, no one does. The fact that you think these things are even comparable is absolutely wild for a man calling other people stupid. Like, wow.
And they're wearing like a fucking sweater vest.
Comedy! Pointing out that some people dress a certain way, now that's hilarious, and not the lowest bar possible for observational humour. And don't get me wrong, my jokes are shit too. I'm just not so fucking proud of them.
There are some people out there, whether it's fucking crazy Christians or atheists or whatever, who have to shit all over everybody else.
So fucking crazy Christians and atheists, just atheists in general. I mean, as generalizations go, it's certainly one of them, and they just shit all over everyone else. I don't know, man. I have heard about some interesting videos in my time on the internet. And when people talk about that guy who did a big poo on all those people, I don't remember them saying he made any claims to his particular worldview. Apparently, you have some very particular pornography tastes.
Someone's like, hey, like, I love God. Like, God has really brought a lot of fucking joy to my life. There is no fucking God, you idiot. You really think Noah's Ark happened? You fucking moron. He got every fucking animal into the fucking boat. And then how'd he feed them? Huh? How'd he feed them?
What fucking atheists have you ever experienced doing that? Seriously. And okay, let's say something like this did happen. What's the context? I mean, you're playing it off as someone just sharing their God. They're just being reasonable and loving and fair. But those mean old atheists just want to spread hate. But in any situation I have seen analogous to this, it's arguing with people who are shouting from street corners, or people out looking to debate atheists. This straw man version of an atheist just doesn't really happen. At least not to the degree where anyone but the biggest of morons would think that it was a problem. But okay, in your specific example, that atheist is an asshole. But he's an asshole because he's an asshole. It has literally nothing to do with atheism, for fuck's sake.
Noah's Ark could have happened. Maybe what happened was the guy who wrote the Bible got super fucking high, because they had weed back then, and he's fucking smoking so many bowls, and it was raining one night, and he's like, holy shit, like some guy's like fucking a bunch of different animals in his boat.
Wow, that was just wow. And you thought this was a good use of your time and your audiences, did you? Okay, so your version of Noah's Ark could have happened is some guy saw another guy push a bunch of animals onto a boat and was also high. That's not the same fucking story, you melt. And shit, it's not even as good as the stories that likely inspired it. Because guess what? Big floods have happened. It's just Bible slackwits decided to extrapolate it to being worldwide. And we know that no worldwide flood either happened, and anything even close to the scale that might convince someone that it did never happened within the Bible's timeline. So no, it couldn't have happened because it didn't.
Like almost everything in the Bible, I think it's like a moral compass or whatever. I don't think it's like based on real shit that happened.
Great. And by moral compass, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you are just fucking terrible at doing words and assume you mean like a morality fable. Cool. It's a morality fable where the ultimate authority figure in the universe decides to genocide the planet. And we are supposed to root for that guy and not say, get a bunch of superpowered teenagers together to kill him. AKA every anime RPG ever. Good to know.
I don't think Adam bit an apple and then a fucking serpent like was talking to him and shit. Unless there were drugs involved.
There certainly seems to be drugs involved in your understanding of the biblical texts. I mean, I don't think you need to know every last detail about the Bible to know that it's bullshit. But come the fuck on, everybody knows this. Ironically, this guy doing the pick me, look, I'm one of the good ones type of videos, then going on to actually be the worst kind of atheist straw man, but a real person. And I don't even know that he's not religious. He's just not that religious. I mean, fucking obviously.
Can we just relax a little bit and stop hating so hard on all this stuff?
Hating. You think that one person telling everyone they are going to burn in hell, that is definitely hate. But a person simply pointing out the lack of factuality in the Bible is the same kind of hate. When frankly, it's not even hate. It's just knowing when something is bullshit. It's skepticism. I mean, it's not particularly friendly skepticism, but calling it hate is just, well, it devalues the word. I want hate to mean that you fucking despise a thing and want it exploded off the planet, not just some dipshit saying, actually.
Don't Christians always say, like, you can sin because we're all sinners, okay?
No. What? At this point, I don't think you have met any atheists or Christians. I think you found the words online and extrapolated from there. Seriously, you sound like what a really bad AI chatbot would think these things are. No. They think you will sin because you're a sinner. Not the same thing. It's embarrassing when I have to be the one with reasonable and knowledgeable takes of Christianity. No one is happy about this.
Take me, for example. I could spend my whole fucking life, like, just fucking up at everything.
Well, you already fucked up rhetoric and knowing what words mean and comedy. So you're most of the way there already. I believe in you, buddy.
Being an alcoholic, like, I could just use belts to talk to people. Like, hey asshole, come here. Hey asshole, I was asking you a question. Are these celery, is this good? Is this fresh produce?
First off, alcoholism is only a problem when I can't find enough whiskey, and whipping people with a belt to get their attention, it just means that you don't have to touch them, they will pay attention to you, and it sets very clear boundaries. How is that fucking up exactly? Oh right, implying that you eat vegetables. Ugh.
I just be a fucking asshole my whole life, is what I'm saying, okay?
So that is supposed to be a portrayal of what the audience is thinking. And none of us think you are an asshole for whipping people, and certainly not having a substance abuse problem. If anything, they would be the highlights of what makes you, you, I bet.
And just before I die, I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, I accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior.
That's a big brain move right there. I mean, just doing a Pascal's wager right before you die. Brilliant. And not a shit argument for wankers all on its own. And yet even worse if you're clearly trying to do it as a get out of jail free card. Pretty sure that's not how it works, at least in 90% of Crimsbianity. And hell, even if they do think that, it assumes that God is a fucking moron who only needs you to say the magic words, not actually believe it or do anything good, at least by God's apparently incredibly low genocide standards, with your life. I mean, it does fit in with his characterization of doing things that don't make any sense, but still.
Are you fucking kidding me? And then I'm just gonna fucking pick up a basketball and I'm gonna slam dunk into heaven. If there is a heaven.
Like, who is this even for? Atheists are gonna be like, no, that's stupid. And Christians are gonna be like, no, that's stupid. So seriously, who thinks that this is, clever? And I am, again, especially confused as to who's finding this funny. At least unironically, because I can see a certain sick, twisted individual finding a perverse pleasure in the sheer amount of cringe going on.
I'm gonna be fucking in my Air Jordans. I'm gonna have them tied super fucking tight. I'm gonna pick up that ball and I'm gonna fucking, oh!
Oh, fuck me, we're cutting that short just for the sake of everyone's fucking ears. You're welcome.
Oh, okay, for 3. That shit finally counted for 3. Okay, which is how it should be, NBA. Fuck you guys. Over all the heads of all the fucking idiot atheists out there who are like,
look at that dipshit. I mean, assuming that in this scenario there is some kind of God and you thought you tricked him, I'm pretty sure that you are getting a way worse punishment. I mean, hell, if he is as just as the crispy lads like to pretend he is, although how the f*** they got that impression from the Bible, but let's just say the Bible is wrong, probably for the first time on this channel, and he's just a dude and gives people an afterlife based on what they did during their life. Most atheists are going to fare better than you, and a hell of a lot of Christ lads, by orders of magnitude. I mean, being decent people because it just felt like the right thing to do versus being a shitty person who really wants to hurt people, as so many evangelicals will happily admit, but not doing it to avoid punishment. Fucking hell, keep those nutcases out of Gen Pop. They'll start skinning people alive the first chance they get. Imagine how much that would hurt if you're also immortal so you don't even have a chance to die.
no way, man, it'll never fucking happen. When you die, it's blankness, it's nothingness. Do you really know that?
No, but again, you're the one making an explicit statement, even if it is as a physical analogy, and the atheists are responding to that. It is an analogy where you are having way more self-confidence in your position, but you can't help accusing atheists of being the ones doing that. The projection is so powerful that I can't fucking see anymore.
Look, preaching is fucking annoying, okay? And whether you atheist people know it or not, you're preaching when you're shitting all over people.
Responding to another person's claims are not shitting on people, and even if it were, shitting on people is also not preaching. But by your own idiotic standard, are you not preaching now? You seem to have a pretty negative opinion of the practice, and yet here you are, shitting on everybody else. And I don't have a problem with you shitting on anyone. Shit away. But for fuck's sake, don't be a hypocrite. And especially, don't be really fucking stupid about it. Being an idiot hypocrite is only something that I'm allowed to do.
It's the same shit that those Jehovah's Witness people do, right? Those Jehovah's Witness people come to your fucking door and sell shit to you. They gotta sell religion to you.
Just like atheists have literally never fucking done. Well, it's hard to say never, but I can't see that happening as anything other than a joke. And there most certainly isn't a worldwide organization of atheists who encourage their members to go door to door to bore people so hard they suddenly stop believing in God. At least I assume that's how it's supposed to work on the JW standpoint. I spoke to one once and I was starting to hope that God exists just so he could strike me fucking dead.
Hey, here's what you don't know about Jesus. Here's what you don't know about the fucking way. Here's what you don't know about the life, right? It's always Jesus the way, the life. It's always like, God damn, guys, get a better slogan than that. That sucks.
Oh yes, I'm sure that it's the slogan that's the problem for them, not everything they believe being idiotic nonsense and the fact that everyone knows that JWs in particular are in a cult. And I don't throw that word around lightly. I'm not one of these, all religion and cult types. That is cringe shit. And if you do it, stop. Don't try to justify it to me in the comments. That's not what that word means, and you weaken your arguments every time you do it. But Watchtower shit, unequivocally a cult.
Sounds like a Nike commercial or something, like Jesus, the way, the life. It's like, that's it?
My God, even in your own jokes, you're not making consistent points. I thought Nike was good. You can't even stay coherent when you are ostensibly joking. Damn it.
It should be like Jesus, accept him just before you die, and like a basketball right next to it. And that basketball is for you to pick up and fucking slam dunk.
Pretty sure that Joe boys do not, in fact, accept deathbed conversions. In fact, the whole point of them going out and convincing people is to get to them in time. And there's like active effort you have to put into being a Jehovah's Witness. So no, it would be weird if they took that as their slogan, but only because that's not what they fucking believe.
All over the fucking, oh dude, fucking I just shattered the backboard of that fucking thing because I just slam dunked so fucking hard into heaven. And St. Peter's like, oh!
Okay, again, stop fucking screaming. This is the sort of shit my children find funny. That's a lie. They think I'm hilarious, and if I showed them this, they would wonder why I put the baby man on screen. Also, St. Peter would only be doing that as you slammed down into hell. Because again, if God is as smart as the Bible lies that he is, he wouldn't be falling for that shit.
You know, all the fucking angels are standing up like,
Oh my God doesn't exist, will this ever end?
fucking dunked all over that fucking thing. They're like, dude, not only did Steve Greene live a life of fucking debauchery, Steve Greene was a fucking asshole his whole life, and he still got in. Just as like the last dying breath was eking out of his body. I accept Jesus Christ as my first Lord and Savior, and he fucking dunked on everybody on fucking earth, man.
And there it is. This was never about thinking that atheists are stupid. I mean, he does, but that's only because we are part of everyone. And that's who he thinks are stupid. Absolutely everyone on earth but him. And he's almost right. It's just that he's on the bottom of that list too, or the top, or whatever makes him by far the absolute dumbest person in the universe.
It's like 50-50 shot, right? God exists. Maybe I'll go to heaven. God does not exist. I'm fucked. See what I'm saying? But wouldn't you rather die and find out that heaven exists as you're fucking slam dunking?
I told you, it is literally Pascal's wager, but worse. Amazing that this guy, who again thinks everyone but him is an idiot, has never thought about any of this. He thinks he's the only one to have had that particular idea. The only person doing the right calls when he is by far one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever heard, unable to understand words or a single drop of the philosophies he is trying to outsmart.
Like all your fucking asshole cynical friends who did not embrace this idea are down below you and you're just sailing high.
Okay, well now I'm sure the guy is full of shit. Him having friends? Cynical or otherwise. Of all the jokes attempted in this video, that one's actually funny. Bye!
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the